Good morning. It's Sunday day 4 of when we went into level 2 in New Zealand. Level 2 is a kind of normal, but not fully normal, obviously. And so the first day of level 2 was Thursday, and Thursday just happened to be my delivery day into the city. And as you can see from this footage, traffic was almost back to normal. Traffic is certainly back to normal in the town. I'm in Mount Wellington at the moment, Lan Avenue, and I've been in this queue for a while. It's moving, but there's a lot more cars on the road. Now we're on Green Lane. You can tell the traffic is, I would say, back to normal. 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and this is how much traffic's on the Green Lane. This is pretty much normal on delivery day. So there's certainly a lot of people out. I wonder if they're work related, or they're going to the shopping mall, or taking the kids to the playground. All these new places that have opened today. Level 2. Yeah, I think all that traffic was mostly down to just people wanting to get out. Apparently the shopping malls were doing a roaring trade. Kmart had a queue in all the shopping malls. So yeah, you can understand people have been in lockdown all that time wanting to get out. Fully appreciate it, but it was kind of weird, because it was around about 1 o'clock when I was driving from Mount Wellington all the way down Green Lane, do my Epsom drop off and Mount Eden drop off, and then finish off at Grey Limb, and the traffic was almost like the evening rush hour. So that's a bit of a disappointment really, because it means it's going to start taking longer now to get all the deliveries done. Bacon's been going really well. I seem to be selling, the split seems to have changed a bit. It's around about 60% streaky bacon at the moment, 40% loin. The Faro stores are still selling plenty. New World stores are selling plenty. And then on yesterday, this is why my body's a bit wrecked today. It was the first day back for the Matakana Village Farmers Market. Well, it's level 2 and it's the first day under level 2 of the Farmers Market. See, everyone's busy setting up, getting ready to go. I believe there's only about 50% of all the exhibitors. I'm in there, stall holders that is. Coffee's not opening down here today. Egg lady's here. Matakana Smokehouse, salmon. There's John. Pooh Pantry relish. And this is my shop up at the top. Hey, morning Lindsay, there's the coffee man. So I'm in the kitchen today. This is where I've got my perspex screen, a little serving area there, got the hand wash out there, the sanitizer. This is all my sausages in here, my bacon, and this tub here is bacon to cook for the sausage in a roll with bacon. Just all bit not open yet, got my griddle going, I've got stuff in the warmer already. Got my caramelised onions. There's my beef sausages, beef, bacon and cheese. There's my pork sausages, freshly made buns this morning. And as you can see, I'm the only one in here today. There's nobody else. Even the coffee man's not here. He's opening the coffee roasters up the top next door to my bacon buddy shop. But no Mexican food today, no 3 chefs down the end. Just me. Might be busy. Now that was a weird experience. I think it's been 8 weeks since the last one. You got to remember, this farmers market is never ever shut down. Rain or shine, it always goes ahead. There was a flood in the village many years ago, 5 years ago I think now, where the market had to be shut down because it all got flooded from the river being banked up. I think I've done a video on that in the past. But yesterday, I'd say round about half the stall holders turned up, There was no pressure put on anybody to open your stall, and a few people wanted to err on the side of caution and stay away. And some people like me probably thought, is it going to be worth opening? It's going to be so quiet. And with all the, the checks in place, putting a perspex screen up on my stall. I mean, legally I don't have to put a perspex screen up. There's no legal stuff around that at the moment. There's no law to say I have to do that, but a few of us just wanted to keep ourselves safe. It's nothing to do with the public. It's just a concern of our own that, when you're dealing with 100 to 300 customers in a day, that greatly enhances any chance of spread from someone who's asymptomatic. I mean, obviously somebody who's got symptoms isn't going to come and won't even be allowed in. There was a checkpoint, you'll see in the video. There was a checkpoint for the one entrance that people could go in. So you can see there's only a few of the stalls open today. There's John, Pooh Pantry. There's not many people here. But look, hey, Pooh Pantry's here, John's here.
Mr. Bacon.
So yeah, there's a few people around. There's not much here. There's not much. Very quiet.
Yeah.
It's a very relaxing way to get back into the farmers market under level 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there was a checkpoint on the way in, and that's that TTI stuff, was it? Test, trace, isolate, where we have to keep records, people's names and phone numbers. I'm not doing email addresses. I mean, privacy issues and stuff like that. I mean, just getting their phone numbers is a privacy issue, but it's something that is recommended. I'm not sure that everybody has to do it, but I think restaurants do. And I can understand why, because they're going to be sat in that restaurant for 1 to 2 hours. My customers are in and gone within a couple of minutes. So we had the bacon butty shop open as well at the top. That opened on Thursday. Just a big shout out to all the locals in Matakana. We opened on Thursday, just doing the bacon butties and the bacon egg butties, and we had a very reasonable day. Saturday dawned. It was a bit weird setting up the farmers market. There was so much stuff, like trying to find things, because there's been people working, in that kitchen over the last few weeks, because we've been doing a virtual farmers market, like I did in that last video, where people order online. So they've been using the kitchen area for packing and getting everything ready in the boxes for those customers. And I'm not sure if it was that, but I seem to be missing a lot of things. No dishwashing liquid that had disappeared. My cleaner sanitizer had disappeared. But I've got all that in the bacon butty shop, so I could go and grab some of their stuff. But then, yeah, so we were setting up in the morning like I normally do. A little bit rusty. Routine was all out. And I wasn't envisaging a busy market, so I ordered around about maybe 2/3 of what I'd order this time of the year in terms of the freshly baked buns. The rolls for the hot dogs, if you want to call them, the sausage in a roll with caramelised fried onions, Pooh Pantry relish. You'll see John in the video from Pooh Pantry relish, he supplies me that. And then they have their sauces on the top, and of course I had to do the sauces on the top. I usually leave that to the customers, but obviously I don't want, we couldn't have customers handling the sauce bottles, so I had to do that myself. So that's, it was really interesting. Got all the locals came out early, which is really good. So in that first hour to hour and a half, 8 o'clock onwards, we did really well out the cabinet. Sold lots and lots of fresh sausages, lots and lots of fresh bacon. And again, the streaky just disappeared. That sun's probably blinding. I might just walk this way a bit. And you've got the other side of the market here with the fruit and veg over there and everyone in here. And then around about 10 o'clock, it just emptied. There was just nobody there. I'm not joking, I could have counted them on the fingers of one hand. There was like about 7 or 8 people wandering around. No, I don't have 7 fingers. But it was so quiet. So between 10 and 11, there was very little to do. I was just tidying up, and I actually started cleaning off the griddle around about 10:45, thinking, oh, this is it. I'm going to have heaps left. And at that stage, there was still about 50 rolls left. I'd only sold about 20. Done okay because, like I was saying before, the cabinet sales were good. And I wasn't worried about it. I wanted a night. It was nice to have an easy start to the reopening. But then at 11 o'clock, what we affectionately call the Jaffa Rush. For those in New Zealand will know what a Jaffa is. It's just another something Aucklander. The Aucklanders turned up. It wasn't in their droves, not like a normal farmer's market, but it was enough that I had to serve constantly, non-stop, for the last 2 hours. So I was constantly running out of stuff because I was working all by myself. I'd usually have Ariana working with me, but I didn't think it was going to be worth it for that sort of turnover. So that last 2 hours just flew by, and I completely sold out. Everything. Well, that's the end of the market. 1 o'clock. Well, it's 10 to 1, but I've completely sold out. Look at that. No bread left, no buns left. No sausages left. All empty. 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 No onions left. No bacon left. Nothing on the griddle. Absolutely slammed from 11 o'clock onwards. So the Jaffa Rush came. Wasn't expecting it, but it arrived. Everyone's packing up now. You can see they're all getting ready to go. Interestingly though, all the people that turned up in that rush were young people. When I say young, yeah, under 30, let's just say 20-somethings. Lots and lots and lots of them in groups, small groups, 2 or 4, and not your normal farmers market crowd. I mean, they're there always, but you know, it's a very diverse crowd normally. But yeah, it was a very, very young crowd, and speaking to as many of them as I could, they were just desperate to get out for a day, and they were going to make a day of it. Come to the farmers market, have a drive round, probably visit a beach or 2, and then the weather just got absolutely fantastic. Very, very cold start, but by 11 o'clock it was good. I'd say at least 22, 23 degrees down there at the farmers market. It was a gorgeous t-shirt day. So that obviously brought a few out as well. So it was I was quite pleased with that. Now my body is absolutely wrecked. I'm out of practice from standing there for 7 hours and constantly on your feet doing things, rushing around. Just working by myself, obviously couldn't take any breaks, but I did have I made up a little sign saying back in 5 minutes when I needed to go to the toilet, or I needed to rush up to the baker butty shop to get something that I'd run out of. So yeah, all in all, good day. I'm not sure everybody would have had a great day, but there's a lot of good camaraderie from the ones that were there. And obviously it won't be like that next week, because a few more of the food providers will be back next week. And I believe if you wanted something hot, you had roughly, from memory, about 4 choices. The French creperie guys were there. I saw a lot of people eating those lovely crepes. Whitebait fritters were there. I love pies were there. And myself, and I can't think of anybody else doing hot food. So normally there'd be about 12, 14 options, so there's only 4 options. So yeah, you've got to weigh it up. That's probably why I did a little bit better than I was expecting. So next week, when some of the other ones start trickling back, that'll probably get less and less. But then on the contrary to that, as people get more and more relaxed into level 2, we'll probably start getting more and more visitors. It's a kind of normal. But anyway, make sure that when you eat bacon, you only eat bacon that loves you back. I'm Bacon Steve. That's the Matakana Bacon Company. In the week 1 of level 2. Now, it's Sunday morning. I'm going to have a nice little relax. Catch you later.